expecting someone else. Hey YouTube, this is nobody else, of course, besides 101 Bronson, yours truly Jeff right here, bringing you the Halloween update, or aka the October 2021 movie pickups update. And I just thought I'd make a little fun for the intro of it. Put on my Michael Myers mask. It's not like an officially licensed replica mask, but it's close enough to the thing, right? Anyway, I don't know what I can top that little intro bit with. So I'm just gonna wish all of you a happy Halloween, and please enjoy my movie pickups, which will include more horror movies than last year's, which only featured a handful. We got quite a bit now. Anyway, let's go over the movies and physical media pickups for the month of October 2021. We also, of course, do have some non-horror films, and we have one soundtrack, which is sort of related to the soundtracks we picked up last month. So anyway, just without further ado, let's go into it, shall we? Alright, so here we go with the aforementioned soundtrack. It's the soundtrack for the latest and finally released, I might add, 007 James Bond movie, No Time to Die, the original soundtrack here by Hans Zimmer on CD. Interesting choices of music in this one. Now, I'm not going to spoil too much about the film, as it is obviously the latest one. It's currently in theaters and cinemas. I have seen the film and I've listened to the soundtrack a couple of times. Yeah, they make some interesting choices of music, calling back to... Okay, well, I guess I can say this. It's calling back in some of the music cues to my favorite Bond film. And I'm not going to go further than that. Those of you that really know me know what my favorite Bond film is. And those who have seen the film can guess it. Anyway, it's a cool CD. There's the actual disc itself, cool pictures. Right there in the inner work, here's a little booklet featuring, I guess these aren't really spoiler related. I guess everything that you'll see here was in the trailers released for the film. I do have my thoughts on the film, but I'm gonna save those for a more appropriate video. Maybe when I do a review of the Bond films, then I will review this one, and I will have definitely something to say about it. But for the time being, this is the Hans Zimmer soundtrack for No Time to Die, which was a fairly good soundtrack. I do really miss David Arnold doing the soundtracks, but this is definitely a step up from Thomas Newman. Even though I do like Thomas Newman's music for Skyfall, I wasn't a big fan of what he did with Spectre, basically recycling half of the tracks from the Skyfall soundtrack for that film. But Hans Zimmer gives a nice, fresh, new touch to it, and it is a good soundtrack. Very John Barry-esque. You can definitely feel the influence. Anyway, that's the soundtrack for No Time to Die. And I figure we might as well go straight into the horror films now. Now, I don't have these in any particular order, but I do know this was the first purchase of this month, horror movie-wise. We finally completed my Jason collection. I do have all the other Friday the 13th movies. I was missing these two, Jason Goes to Hell, which is part 9, and Jason X, which is obviously the 10th film before they did the Freddy vs. Jason film. This is a German Blu-ray double feature containing both films. I guess they're uncut, if I'm not mistaken. And they have some special features on it, but there are 2 movies on 1 disc. However, both movies play fine with no issues, because usually you can get some issues if you have 2 films on 1 disc. But both films played fine, and I have finally now completed my my Jason collection. So yes, at least that's something. Next up was a first-time watch for me. This is the Arrow Video edition of Hellraiser. Yes, I know I'm really late to this movie. But I did finally get around to watching it. I know that a lot of people are sort of mixed on the sequel, so I'm not too sure if the sequels are worth checking out. But this original one right here, I did really enjoy. Okay, I was gonna say if the camera will focus. I did really enjoy this film. It did feature Andrew Robinson, who's one of my favorite character actors. I guess, you know, his most famous role is in Dirty Harry, where he plays the Scorpio Killer. It was cool to see him here as well. Anyway, that's Clive Barker's Hellraiser. Really good film. And another first time watch for me. I haven't watched all 3 of the films here yet, but I have watched the first one, but it's the Omen Trilogy right here. The original Omen, directed by the late great Richard Donner, which was a really good film. I mean, I didn't necessarily find it scary or something, but there's definitely creepy elements with the Rottweiler dogs and with the crazy nanny. And all 3 films I see here has a score by the late great Jerry Goldsmith. And the first film did have a good score. I'm looking forward to watching the second and the third films as well. I know there's a 4th one, but that's more like, I believe, a TV movie. So I'm going to stick with these 3 for now, before we go and consider... look at that, I actually still have the first film in the Blu-ray player, because that's the most recent film out of the stack here that I'm showing you that I watched. So yeah, we have Omen 2 and Omen 3, The Final Conflict, and of course here should be the original, the Omen film. So this whole trilogy is a first time watch for me. I just watched the first one. I'm looking forward to watching the sequels. So yeah, that's that. And this is not a first time watch, but it's definitely the first time owning it on Blu-ray for me. I used to have an old VHS of this horror psychological thriller classic, Silence of the Lambs, Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, what can I say about this film that hasn't been said already? Anthony Hopkins is most famous as... I'm really stumbling my words. His most famous role, he did win the Oscar for this one. Yeah, Jodie Foster probably in her most iconic role as well. Yeah, it's been way overdue for me to rewatch this film, and seeing as it is the month of horror and Halloween, perfect time to pick up the Blu-ray of it and give it a rewatch. Just like with this one, Misery, James Caan, Kathy Bates, Stephen King film, really good movie. I do own the Stephen King book, which is a really good book as well, but the film is just excellent. Yeah, again, just like with the previous film, I don't know what to say about this one. It really hasn't been said already. Except for I sort of wish that they would have gone for a different cover. I mean, she looks a little too psycho in that. I mean, obviously she is a psycho in the film, but I don't know. There's something odd about how she is on the cover, and then you just have James Caan there. And it is sort of spoilery for people that haven't seen the film, right? Choosing this particular image. I mean, it certainly appears so to me, but anyway. This, however, I do have to shamefully admit, just like with Hellraiser, is a first time watch for me because I haven't watched it yet. This is probably after this video, I will go ahead and pop this one in. The original Scream. Yeah, I've never seen any of the Scream films, guys. To be honest, I think Scary Movie sort of ruined it for me going to this one, because I've seen Scary Movie. I know that they take the Mickey out of this and countless of other horror films, but I know that in particular, you know, they mock Ghostface, you know, and whatever. So I'm almost feeling like it's ruined it for me before I've even seen it. So, but I am definitely going to check it out. This is, by the way, a German Blu-ray. It comes with a whole bunch of special features. I do know that there's like 4 parts, and there's a new film coming out. If I do like the original one, I will definitely seek out the sequels as well. And I do know that the next one is, I think it's filming now, or it's coming out soon, I don't know. But yeah, so please don't give me any spoilers about it, because I am going to go into this one as a first time viewer. So anyway, that's not necessarily all the horror films, because there are 2 giallos that were sent to me by Carlos, Eastwood for Life fan, in the most recent video that I did, where I did the unboxing of trade package number 2. So we're quickly going to go over the titles in that package again. which again featured two giallos, which people can consider horror. Anyway, this was literally my previous video like a couple of days ago, so I'm not going to spend too much time. We have the US Blu-ray for And Justice for All. Arrow Video collector set for The Cat o' Nine Tails, one of the two giallos like I said. There you go. Arrow Video collector set for The Bird with the Crystal Plumage in a protective sleeve. And now I can officially say those were all the horror films. So here's another one from the package, Nowhere to Run, Jean-Claude Van Damme classic. This is the 88 films, limited numbered slipcase edition with postcards and a poster. A couple of other special features from the looks of it. Yeah, interviews and stuff. Looking forward to checking this Van Damme classic out on Blu-ray. And last up in the package was a Wild East double feature of Nest of Vipers and Tails You Lose, two spaghetti westerns. There you go. And moving on to the last couple of titles, we do have two Charles Bronson additions to the collection. These are two Powerhouse Indicator titles. The first one here is the Valachi Papers, which was released earlier this year, along with the second one that I'm going to show you. Charles Bronson 1972 mafia movie based on the real life events of Joseph Valachi. And I will be featuring this, of course, more in depth in my Charles Bronson collection video. But you know, the movies come with a great extensive booklets. And let's go to the second movie, which is the Valdez Horses. I guess another spaghetti western, one could consider this, because it's a Dino De Laurentiis production, who of course is Italian. This is a western shot in Spain, so for my money, it's a spaghetti western. There's good old Charlie Bronson right there. Decent western, this one, nothing special, but cool addition to the addition, I guess I should say, to the Bronson collection, which again, November the 3rd, guys, I will drop my Charles Bronson collection video. And we're moving on to the last title for this month, which is another spaghetti western, and it's the most recent release by Explosive Media in Germany in media book form of the film Ben and Charlie with Giuliano Gemma and George Eastman, which is a comedy spaghetti western. I haven't checked it out yet. I literally just got this actually yesterday. I'm actually filming this at midnight of Halloween, the 31st. I actually got this on Saturday the 30th, so that would be yesterday by the time this video goes up, because I do plan on getting this video up tonight for Halloween. So yeah, Ben and Charlie there on Blu-ray. And oh no, I thought it was a Blu-ray and DVD combo, but now I'm literally seeing that this it says in German, this is the Italian cut on Blu-ray and this is the international cut on Blu-ray. Ooh, that's interesting, because that means, yeah, the international version is the one with the English audio. Oh, but the Italian version doesn't have an English audio. Okay, so that is something to bear in mind if people are thinking about getting this. Wait a minute. The Italian version is shorter. So why would you watch that anyway? 113 minutes on the international cut and 106 minutes on the Italian version. Wow. I'm literally just seeing this for the first time, because like I said, I just recently got this. I haven't even had the chance to sort of check out the inside here of the media book, but we're gonna do that right now. Hello. It's a shame this movie was like 40 years ago, right? Because that's a good-looking woman. It's a shame she's probably either dead or a very old grandmother by now, right? So yeah, this is a comedy spaghetti western. I'm not expecting too much from it, but I did want to pick it up because Wild East has previously released this on DVD, and that DVD is going for crazy money. So I'm assuming that this version, that this media book, the German edition here, I believe they will also quickly sell out. So I decided to just jump on it to add to my ever-growing spaghetti western collection. And you know, it's also to show the support to the companies that put this out, especially Explosive Media in Germany, and you know, other companies that release these movies. It's to show that there is a market. I will definitely always support the companies in getting the versions that, you know, their releases, to show that yeah, you know, they're not doing it for nothing. So if that makes any sense. So yeah, I literally don't know anything about this film, haven't seen it, but you know, I'm not expecting much. I do like Giuliano Gemma a lot. Enjoy him quite a bit in his spaghetti westerns, and he's done a fair few, and it's great to have another film of him here in the collection. George Eastman right there, and that's how he looks today. And there's actually a brand spanking new interview with the man on this Blu-ray, so I'm looking forward to watching that. Some really cool high-end pictures, glossy. And there you go, Ben and Charlie. Yeah, there is a interview with him, a brand new, probably in Italian with German subtitles, but so not English friendly. But anyway, that's all the pickups for October 2021. I wish there was a little bit more, but unfortunately, that's it. So there you guys have it. Those were all the pickups for October 2021. I do hope you all enjoyed seeing these pickups. Again, like I said, some first time horror movie watching for me, some classics that I watched for the first time and I'm planning to watch for the first time on this very day, October 31st of 2021. And yes, anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe and healthy out there. Have fun trick-or-treating. Have a happy Halloween. Keep punching. And yeah, do enjoy trick-or-treating on Halloween. And don't eat too much candy. Because the other holidays are also coming up. You're going to grow quite a bit of a belly if you eat too much candy. And then Thanksgiving is coming up. And Christmas, of course, and whatever. So stay safe and healthy. And let's go trick-or-treating. If I can get the mask on.